I need you around. Hello, hello. Welcome back to another evening, Sunday night of Grown Men, Married Men, where we talk to couples about their marriage and they share their life, about how they live together, grow together, raise kids, and everything in between. Tonight we will be sharing our new couple, uh, Craig and his wife. We always ask the grown men to bring their wives on board with them. So he's bringing his wife on board, and I would like them to say their names, who they are, talk about what they do, and everything in between. So please share. Well, who are you guys?
Who are you?
I am Craig. Lionel is my first name, but I go by my middle name. Always have. Craig Nelson. We're the Nelsons. This is my wife, Janice.
Hi, Janice.
What else you want to know? We've been married. It'll be 18 years in December this year. Got married in 2002, December 7th.
Yeah.
2002. I had to look at it because, boy, oh man, I almost got there.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro.
We have 6 children, 3 girls, 3 boys. And
Well, I gotta stop real quick. You guys have 6 children together.
yes.
That's amazing.
2, 6,
And
6.
you all are still alive. That's amazing.
I got a couple gray hairs, but I can cut them all out. So
That's a good thing. That's part of the stand, man. It's what we do. That's the thing.
yeah, 6 children by this one woman right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is amazing. It is amazing. Any little ones or ages?
We have a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 13-year-old. Then we have a 12-year-old, 10-year-old, and a 8-year-old.
Wow. Stair steppers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Big
they were
Putting
born.
them out.
They were born girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy.
Woo! I got 3, and my head is still spinning. So I take my hat off to you guys. What do you do? I mean, you got kids. You got enough of them, I think. So what are you gonna do?
We definitely have enough. We finished. The last one is 8.
Yeah.
So
What do you do?
I am a railroader. I inspect the tracks, make sure the trains are safely traveling on them. So I'm a track inspector for Union Pacific Railroad.
Excellent, excellent. And you, Janice, what do you do?
I am a certified doula and a certified breastfeeding peer counselor. And I'm also a YouTube beginner.
Oh, cool.
I have my own YouTube channel called Birth and Beyond, and the platform is just really to talk about family, marriage. I also talk about natural birth and spiritual birth, and educating moms about breastfeeding also. So,
Wonderful, wonderful. That's
So,
good.
so
You
that's
do a lot. You do a lot. That is amazing, though.
And a mother of 6. Let's not forget.
And a mother of 6. So yeah, you like a full-time mom. I
yeah.
understand that completely. 'Cause my wife, she does a lot, and I think the secret behind all of this, my wife and Janice are really good friends. They do some of everything from working out and building their websites and everything together. So I'm very familiar with all you do, and I think you all are an amazing couple. Tonight, we're here to talk about couples and about marriage and how to work on marriage, how to build strong marriages for people that are thinking about getting married and people that are married. A statistic that I was reading today.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I've been turning mine down too. If you got phone, turn them down. Turn it down.
I just
A statistic that I was reading today. In America, only 17% of married couples are happy.
how much?
17% of married couples are happier in their marriage. So we use this platform to find out what is the cause of marriages that are ending in divorce. Last week we talked about marriage, and 30 to 40% of marriages end in divorce. So we want to find ways of rectifying that problem. We also would like to use this platform to talk about marriage and talk about marriage in a fun way to help couples build their marriage up. So one way we do that, tonight we're going to have our couple here ask each other personal questions about their marriage and their life, and they're sharing their life with the world. So you guys have your questions ready?
Yes. My first question is, can you still see us?
I see you very well.
Okay.
Okay,
Just
so
You haven't changed. Everything's good.
It did something funky with our computer, so.
Oh, it's all right. I see the way your eyes shifted over, so I'm looking at the screen possibly. Like, something happened there, but they good, so I'm all right.
Yes, I have my questions here, and I have his treats.
Whoa, what is that?
Favorite candy.
I guess she got some.
So I gotta tell y'all, everybody the rules that's listening in, the way this works is like a game show. The couples ask each other questions, rather the wife asks the husband questions. Every question he gets right, we get to say like it or love it or terrible. But she has her own way of showing her love to him by offering him a sweet treat. My wife didn't offer me a sweet treat, but I'm glad that she has one. One last thing we do, this is the Married Man Challenge. It's either we would like you all for the challenge for today is either you holding hands throughout the segment or you kiss after every question you all get right. So you all choose whatever you want to do, whether you are holding hands or whether you like to kiss if he answers those questions according to what you feel is right. All right, let's not waste no time. Jump right into it.
All right, first question.
Hey, we need the password. I'm sorry. We need the password. We're trying to get in on our laptop and we don't have it.
Okay, give me one moment. I'll send it to you.
It's Greg and Marva.
This is Greg and Marva.
Just mute your screen for me, and Bianca's going to send it to you.
Okay, so the first question is, how did we meet? Tell our story.
Okay, I'm gonna get a quick version. So we met on blackplanet.com. I was in school in Columbia, Missouri. She was in school in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And she had a page up there. A friend of mine made this page for me because he was trying to introduce me to, this whole like web chatting thing. Back then, it was kind of a new thing. So my page name was I Want to Be a Porn Star.
Yeah, this is a real thing.
But it wasn't my page. It was a page I could use to get on.
They set you up, bro. For real.
Oh, man. So my wife said she was randomly clicking. That's what they say.
That would catch anybody's eye, I think. I think that was the purpose of the eye. It did its job.
Yeah. And so she asked me a question on there. Like, why do you have all this, this vulgar type of stuff on your page? So because it wasn't mine, I apologized. I was like, look, I'm sorry if I offended you. This is actually not my page. The page I use to kind of get on and surf. Friend of mine made it up. Forgive me.
Good catch. Good comeback.
That was just
nothing else.
And so that was kind of the beginning of us talking. It was kind of like a communication from there. So
wonderful, wonderful.
Well, seeing that he gave most of the details, especially my favorite part that I thought he wasn't going to say, which was his username. You get 2 Reese's and a kiss.
Oh, wow.
2 Reese's.
Okay.
And I'm going to set them over here. I'm going to see how many I can get today.
Yeah, man, we trying to get them all.
So the next question is, what is something people don't know about you?
A lot, because I don't be telling people my business.
All right. That's something we like to do. Very, very honest. real honest.
I'm a big kid. So, like, when I say I'm a big kid, I have like a racing track that I still play with. I have a train set that I still play with. I have like a remote control car that I still play with. I just got a drone in the mail the other day. Like I'm a Xbox person. I'm a big kid.
All right.
I shamefully admit that at 38. At 38.
Man, it's your thing. You don't believe how many guys like playing with their games, for real.
God, hey, yeah.
Okay. So what y'all think? 1 or 2?
I mean, you have to honestly ask, is that true? That's something that
It's true. It's
play
very.
with his games.
He's a kid at heart.
Okay.
I like to have a little fun
Okay.
in my own little time.
All right. 2 more.
Thank you.
Oh, snap. You're going to get the bag. I think the questions, they're going to get a little bit more difficult.
Okay. Why did you choose to marry me?
Woo.
She wasn't pregnant.
Okay. Okay. We got that out the way. I don't know if anyone was wondering that, but we got that out. That's we know that now. Okay.
No, shame. I was just in all honesty, I saw a lot of potential of which I've experienced with my wife. I saw she was a very caring individual. I saw that she had a lot of good wife potential, and that really drew me to her.
Mm.
And I feel like she came from really good stock. And I fell in love with her. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. I fell in love with this girl. She had yellow, that's
Okay.
the thing. I was just, I couldn't keep my eyes off of all of that. And but her potential was through the roof though. And like I said, we ate almost 18 years in the making, and
Wow.
I ain't wrong. So,
You guys are so young to be 18 years. You're like 23, 29. One more time.
he got married when he was 12.
I know. Me too. Me too. If you all have any questions or any comments, please let it know in your chat. Just sign in that you like what they're saying, you agree with them, you think he lying because you know him from way back 2 years ago, whatever you like to say. But keep on rolling. Questions are great. Oh, yeah. Did you win that? Was that truthful?
It's truthful. He made me blush, so he gets 2.
Wow.
You get your 2 kisses first.
And a kiss. Wow.
I'm gonna be sharing these with her later too. She a chocolate fanatic.
What are
a wonderful couple too.
Thank you. What are the differences from being single to being married?
What's yours ain't yours. That's the honest truth, right up front. What's yours ain't yours, it's hers, and what's hers is hers.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You might mess up your tweets, bro.
She about to subtract about 3 of them right now. No, in all honesty, like you, there is no room for selfishness, if I could say that. Read that to me again so I can make sure I see it.
So you get it right?
No, yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay.
get it right. So.
Yeah.
What are the differences from being single to being married?
Okay. There really is no room for that. Like when you marry, it's about you and the person you married and what y'all building. You know what I mean? And so I think when you're single, it's more so centered around the things you want, the things you're about, your goals. And it's not so you can't have individual goals, but you tend to tie in what you're trying to do with your spouse. And so I think that's one of the main things. Like it's not about you. If I could just be frank, it's not about you no more. That's for sure.
Yeah, just being honest. What was your life before when you were single versus now?
My life before was
Oh wow.
Well, before I met my wife, I wasn't saved. I wasn't in the church, and I wasn't involved like that. And so I was out there a little bit.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You seem like you toned down everything when you got married to her. She
I
toned it all down.
I thank God for her. That's
Mm.
all I do. I thank God for her. I was out there a little bit. I wasn't like no street dude, but I was out there.
Okay.
I think marriage helped. Really, we grew up together because we known each other since 18, 19. So we kind of had to like grow up and be parents and be husband and wife and
Not kill each other.
And work through all of our stuff in the midst of all of that. So
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you cleaned up so well.
No.
I came back.
You came back strong. Okay.
Okay.
You said start off a little rockier.
Yes.
Thank you. I had to think that through. You saw, but I just started sweating.
This is a real story. It's a real question, bro. You can't just make up some stuff off the end. You got.
No.
She know you, so anything you can make up, she gonna like, hey, nah. That's
She's giving me the side eye, like you better get these right.
Do you want your kisses?
Please.
Cool. All right, what we get next?
As a married couple, what has been some of our struggles?
You know, that's a real question. We don't have enough time for that. So I'll just what I'm saying is
You're gonna bring the violet out of her.
Are so small and little that I wouldn't even waste time.
I'm to revoke one of your struggles. I'm about to revoke one of your
I would say one of our what'd you say? Read that one.
Struggles.
One of our struggles
What's that struggle?
has been communication. Now, I know that sounds cliche. Every couple say communication. I think communication is so unique in each and every married couple or couples situation that even though it's very broad in nature, by saying communication, there are ways in which you have to and need to communicate with your own spouse where they can understand where you're coming from and hear your heart's cry. Because I think for many years we've been doing a lot of talking, but
What's going on, you know?
Yeah, we've been doing
from Mars, woman from Venus type.
Right. But actually communicate. I feel like we're really figuring that out. I'm be straight with you. Now I told you we got almost 18 in the game. That ain't something I don't know. Everybody's different, but it takes some time because I think as you grow and you mature and you change, some of your communication style changes, and what you want, desire, or need, or don't like, etc.
May I add one more struggle? Trying to copy everybody else's relationship.
Yeah.
Because we were so young getting married, we looked at people that we thought modeled marriage to the T, and we tried to copy and take what it is that they did and apply it in our marriage. And it didn't work out.
Every marriage is unique like a fingerprint. It's,
Sir. Yes, sir.
you got to do your own thing.
And it's-
Yeah.
Said that it's 3 people in this marriage and everybody else just stay out other than Jesus.
yeah.
Unless it's God there, just you two. Everybody's gonna throw their 2 cents in, like, wow, y'all doing this? Wow, I want to slap them. It's like, yeah, so.
Some people got 5 cents, and some of them got the nerve to put a dime in there. All that,
everybody they can.
all of that is.
Just keep it just you guys, man. Just you guys. That's all that matters.
Okay.
How did he do?
She giving me that look. I don't know. I might kiss on the cheek this time, so.
You might get 1 treat.
Right.
If I could put it in a half, I'd give you 1.5.
Okay. All right.
So bite it and give it to you.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
I'll see. You know what I'm saying? That was dropping, boy. Man, oh boy.
Yeah, man. That's marriage. You get what you can out of it, boy.
I'm telling you.
Okay. What is my love language?
That's very, very easy. Hers is acts of service.
Cool.
I'm slapping 5 myself.
I give you that.
I had to learn that. You understand? I had to learn that. That comes from many years of dedication to study. And
Lifelong journey, bro. Lifelong journey.
yes, yeah, acts of service. My wife, she likes. I come off work, take over, give her a break. Obviously with the kids, she's been here with them. Not just that, she likes me to write her poems.
Oh wow.
She likes, she likes flowers and things like that. But more so, helping make sure that things around the house are running smoothly as well. So.
That's cool.
Oh, wow. I'm back up to 2. I did all right.
Wait.
I get a bonus. I got a bonus third one. Do y'all?
Oh, you make it up for the loss.
I'm telling you. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
I'm having me a whole pack of Reese's.
You guys are doing pretty well, though. I give it to you.
Okay.
Other couples are not where you are. For 18 years, y'all ain't strangled each other, ain't no blood,
No.
ain't getting no kids.
No, what we did, we found the solution that's really good for wiping blood out.
And they can't find it under the blue light.
Hey, you better get a patent, cause
Next question. What makes our marriage work?
Let me think about that.
Don't think too hard.
there's no pressure, bro. No pressure.
I would say our willingness to continue to fight for it. Marriage is work. Like, this ain't something you just gonna skip to my loo and be walking on cloud 19. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that way. I'll say it like this. There are times where you feel like giving up, where you don't want to be bothered. We just telling our kids this today, actually. in marriage, man, this thing ain't you gonna have to work at it. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to fight fair. You know what I mean? You have to learn how to communicate. You got to eat some crow. And I think that what has gotten us to where we are now is the fact that both of us we really want to be in this. We really want to be in it. And in order to do that, you got to be able to say you're sorry. You got to be able to make amends. You got to be able to, like I said, eat some crow, come back, do what it takes to make the situation right. And I think for us, that's what has been successful. Even when we didn't always know how to communicate well with whatever was going on, like we figured out how to make it work. And I think that's what has gotten us to where we at.
Yeah, I would have to agree. And one thing that I always thank God for about my husband is that I have a man who's willing to change. When he sees areas that he may need to work on or improve on or whatever, you know, he's never too big to say, I'm sorry. He's never too big to say, you know, I need to work on this area. And I feel like because both of us are willing to allow God to change us, not saying that it's easy, because sometimes we don't want to change. Sometimes we fight for the change, but we're willing to change because we know with change come improvement. So I think that's another thing that makes our marriage work.
It's gonna happen unless you change it. That's the real thing, bro.
Yeah.
You guys have fought through the struggle and you came in on the other end and still pushing through.
Yeah.
Yep. You get two more.
What does Bianca say? With change comes improvement.
Yeah.
All right, Bianca.
Yeah.
You.
Mwah. Mwah. Okay. What is the vision for our family?
So we have a vision on the wall when you first walk in our door. One thing that we're really big on is we want to raise godly children. So like one of the main things is obviously us breaking some generational curses in our family tree and line. That's one thing. The other thing is raising our children to know and acknowledge and serve God. So like, that comes with obviously trying to push them in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like present things before them. I often have opportunities to talk with them. You know, they'll ask questions about something about school, and I try to use that as a God moment to incorporate some scriptures and incorporate some things that they might need to know and some life-like situations, you know, because we want to not only break the things that we've had to encounter ourselves that our parents and forefathers and whatnot didn't have the opportunity to break or didn't know to break, but put in them the things that it's going to take to get out here and operate in this world. You know what I mean? And just be good people. You know, so that's what I'm hoping my legacy to be, her legacy, our legacy, to push out a generation of kids. We got 6 of them, so ain't no telling who they gonna meet, affect, come around, et cetera, et cetera. Like we want them to have what it takes to navigate in this world and affect people in a great way.
Mm-hmm. When we wrote that decree a few years ago, in the decree, we said that we are generational curse breakers. And at the time, we didn't understand what we were saying. But a few years later, we really understood the things that were on our bloodline. And so when we got attacked with those things and was confronted with those things, it was like the Lord had to bring back to our memory. Now, this is on your wall. Look what's on your wall. Look at what you said that the decree that you said that you was going to do. And so it forced us to fight. It made us fight, and it made us become stronger. So we stand by that vision that we still have written on our wall.
Hey. I'm so happy that you all are fighting, and it sounds like you all have some help, possibly some training, some resources, some counseling. A
Yeah.
lot of things are put into this marriage to help it to
You
be
better believe,
there.
I believe that. We firm proponents of counseling for sure.
Mhm.
You know, in Black and African American family, you can't talk. What's stay in here is in here, et cetera, et cetera. Biggest hoax.
We
Sometimes you go ahead, baby.
Oh, no, we believe secrets can kill you. So we also believe that it's a platform for you to disclose what you're going through. You can't tell everyone, but we also believe that if we're allowed to stay in our home and we don't deal with it, it is going to either manifest within us or it's going to manifest in our children. So therefore, we confront it and we deal with it. And something else we did once we got married, we did a lot of retreats. Our former church that we used to go to did marriage retreats every year. And we ended up going on retreats every year. And eventually we became part of the board. So we became part of the planning of marriage retreats and conferences and marriage and family.
Ways and means. We were always doing that at one point.
Right. We did family and marriage Sunday school and family and marriage Bible class. You know, Craig and I, we got poured into, but then we began to pour into other couples because we began to believe that this fight is real and marriage is always under attack. And because we believe in marriage and we believe and have went through fights, we want to help other couples to fight for their marriages also.
There you go. You better have. All right, guys. We got 7 minutes left, and we got one question left.
We have one question left, and it says, what do you love most about your wife?
Make it good, Craig.
Y'all don't even understand. My wife is a G. Straight out of K-Town, west side of Chicago.
What's that, for real, right?
Yes. No, she's a bona fide fighter. My wife is a bona fide fighter. I love her for that. I don't even think she understands the strength she has yet, but I see it. I see it, and I love that about her. I love the fact that she's not only a fighter, but she's just a genuine individual. You know what I mean? I'm very like introvert. You know what I mean? I live in my head a lot, but she's very outgoing. And so I tell her all the time, like, we probably wouldn't have no couple friends if it wasn't for her. Because she's just that type of she attracts people. She's a fighter. She's outgoing. She's lovable.
Your wife compliments you. So she compliments you very well.
Very much so.
She's the piece of it that helps you become better.
Yes.
She does the things that you might not do. So
Absolutely.
you all compliment one another.
Yeah.
You make it a complete. You all are complete when you're together.
You put it best. You put it best. Absolutely. That's what I would say about her.
That's wonderful. That's amazing. I'm so happy to know you guys. No, honestly, truthfully, because you all are an inspiration to me in my marriage. Knowing a couple, a Black couple, but a couple that has actually done it, and through struggles and through pain, that you're still pushing through for what you feel like is your future, what you feel like your destiny to be together as one. You feel like God has given you this marriage, God has given you each other, and you all love one another truly. So I'm so happy to see this laid out. And this is the reason why we have this segment, where we want to show the world couples that are one with God, and they're pushing for what they believe in God. And you all are imparted by Him to do what you feel like, raising kids, going out telling the world about your belief. We really admire you all and what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Did he win that question?
He get the whole bag.
All right. From what I hear, he's gonna give it back to you. So that's something in marriage. What is yours So
I can have one or two of these, but she's the real chocolate person in this house. Believe me.
See him why I married a chocolate man.
That's how it works. That's a whole nother segment.
Uh-huh.
Well, we really appreciate you all coming on tonight. I want to invite you all once a Sunday, one Sunday out of the month, we're going to be doing this. The next segment is going to be the last Sunday of this month. We're going to have our next segment. The couple is named The Prices. There are a couple I've known as long as I've been married. They've been married as well.
Okay.
So if you all know any couples that would like to participate and be interviewed, the husband being interviewed by the wife the same way, please let me know through the chat. If you know anyone else that hasn't seen this and think will benefit from this, please let them know about this. We'll be sharing this on our Grown Men page, also on our Facebook page and Instagram. You will see it in those different areas. So until next time, we really appreciate you all coming out tonight. God bless you, and I hope you enjoyed the segment. Thanks again for coming on.
Bye, everyone.